Hey, good morning. Happy Friday. I'm wearing a wig in this one. What? Don't worry, I'm not turning into a wig person. But today is queer prom at my school, and I'm going, and I'm really excited, and I'm going to wear this wig. So I just wanted to show it to you guys. Wow, flip your wig. All right. Let's fix this up a little. Whatever. You've seen me worse. Okay. Hi. Thank you for watching. I have two things for you today. The first one is about... So if you're not caught up, if you don't know why the heck you're here, what the heck I'm talking about, I talk about tips and tricks to make your life more positive and happy and just feel better. And today's is about letting go of your schedule a little bit, being willing to be a little late to things. Now, there's a caveat to this because I'm really big on honoring my commitments and being reliable, being punctual, being on time, which is a big deal for me because I used to be quite the opposite. When I was drinking and using, I was so late to everything. I had this job where I couldn't show up. I was a tattoo artist and I had to work at noon and I was always late. I just couldn't get there on time. And my boss was cool enough to be like, well, what if you started at 2? And I was like, okay. And then I was late all the time even then. I was just late. I didn't value myself. I didn't value other people. I was super depressed all the time. I was fucking hungover all the time. I was more worried about getting drugs and stuff. So I didn't care about that. So when I got sober 5 years ago, I really wanted to change that around. And I have. And I think that today I'm someone that you can count on. I show up usually a little bit early to things, if anything. I'm very reliable and I value stuff. So... That's so intelligent. I value my shit, man. So I'm in school right now and I value going to all my classes or as much as possible. However, the other thing that I've started to value in sobriety and recovery that I didn't used to care at all about was myself and how I'm feeling and how I'm doing. And sometimes my schedule gets booted in favor of taking care of myself. And this is tricky because I think it had to develop a lot of awareness and actually like tuning into how I was feeling so that I could know if I was actually taking time to take care of myself by calling in, like canceling an appointment or moving it back or choosing to be late to something. Is that actually self-care or is it indulgent, giving up, like what I used to do, which is like, I can't do it, I'm nervous, I'm just not going to go, right? That's a very different flavor. And sometimes I do believe in just like pushing through whatever anxiety or fear that I have going on and just getting there, right? I do believe in that. But so yeah, it's a balance that only you can know for yourself, but I highly encourage exploring that and taking time to get to know yourself and really stopping if you're feeling like you're rushing around like a maniac, like I was this morning. I wasn't like a maniac, but I was just like, my alarm went off saying that I had to leave the house. And I wasn't even in the shower yet. So I was like, okay, this just isn't happening. It's not happening. I want to be showered today. I want to be ready. I want to have some things packed to change into for prom. So, it's just a skill to kind of slow things down, take a deep breath and go, what's going to really serve me? Do I really have to be at this place that I'm trying to get to at this specific time? For me, in this case, the answer was actually no. Like, yes, I have a class starting and yes, I would prefer to be there. But it's also a studio class, and it's not the end of the world if I show up a little bit late, especially when I communicate with my professor, who we have built a relationship together, and she knows me and trusts me, and I know her, and I respect her, and we've built that rapport, right? So it's not a huge deal if I'm like, hey, I'm going to be half an hour late to class today. She knows I'm doing the work outside. All those things. I get to make those decisions today. And I weighed the pros and cons of just like powering through. I know how to get up and get out of the house in 5 minutes flat. Like I have woken up enough times in a panic because I'm late where I can just grab and go, But that doesn't always serve me and that doesn't always serve the whole situation. I don't know how good it is for my class for me to just like run in unshowered, like, sorry, I'm late, or I made it on time, but I'm a fucking haggard mess and I'm all anxious all day, right? So I would just encourage you to like start to tune into what really is best for you and really ask yourself, is it crucial that I make this appointment or that I go to this thing? Is it really serving the highest good? And is it really necessary for me to get there right at this specific time? Or can I make an allowance today to be a little easier, go with the flow a little more and feel better? And then everybody wins from that feeling. Does that make sense? I hope so. Please post in the comments if any of this is like gibberish to you or if you want clarification or if you have questions. I would love to elaborate, but I try to keep these around 4 minutes. I'm going over, but the second thing I wanted to share was that someone left me a really sweet comment this morning about the video yesterday. Jen, I'm talking to you. I have been doing these videos for about a month now, I think, the daily ones anyways, and yesterday was the one I felt the worst about. I power through a lot of self-consciousness and insecurity, and yesterday I was just like, what is up with your fat floating face, to myself. And so it really meant a lot that you shared that it helped you, because I was feeling super insecure about that one. And I just wanted to share to everyone who's watching, thank you, it matters. And I also wanted to say that if you're thinking something nice about someone, you should probably tell them if you get the chance and if it's authentic and if it feels right. I know that personally I've held myself back from giving people compliments because I feel insecure. Like, oh, they seem so confident, they're so beautiful, they're so talented, whatever. I don't want to tell them this good thing I'm thinking about them because that'll be weird, or they probably hear it all the time, or they already know, surely. They don't need some loser like me. You know, like the negative self-talk gets in my head even about doing a nice thing. And I would just encourage you to get over that because it really feels good to hear a compliment like that. And thank you. I'm not fishing for more compliments. I'm just saying, like, sometimes I think people present themselves in a way that's like, oh, I feel great all the time. And really, a nice compliment can really soothe some insecurities and boost someone's self-esteem in a really great way. I've gone way over time, but thank you so much for watching. Have a beautiful Friday, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.